here's your brake reservoir. So today I'm doing a rear brake job on the E60. That's the reason why I'm actually going to open this, because I'm going to depress the pistons and I don't want to cause any extra problem. So there you go. This is your reservoir, and thanks for watching. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna have to jack up your vehicle. There are lifting point right there. Normally you're supposed to insert some disc and use the jack to raise the vehicle. I didn't know where I put my disc. I have 4 discs, but of course every time you gotta work on something, you don't find what you're looking for. So I just raised it like that, okay? Vehicle is raised. You need to use jack stand to put it somewhere. If you trust your jack, be careful, and let's go. All right, now we're gonna remove this. All right, going to insert. We're gonna push that piston out, actually in all the way to when we have enough space to insert the brake pads. But see, with the thickness of the brake pads, it will not fit over there. So let's go ahead and use a C-clamp and push it. You might have to open your brake reservoir because the level of the fluid is going to go up, and if you don't do that, you may mess up something within the brake system. Okay, now I install my C-clamp and I'm going to press the piston all the way in. All right, now it's time to remove that C-clamp. Remove that brake pad. There you go, it's all the way in. It couldn't go further than that. So now we are going to install our brand new brake pads. That is the one, and you just push. Heads up for anybody doing their own brake job, okay, on the E60. I got these brakes from Amazon. Pretty good price. They come with hardware. I'm gonna leave a link into the description. However, when you're installing, you're gonna have a lot of problem with this if you're not prepared. Okay, this usually snap in. These are the original pads, right? And this is what you got there. As you can see in the back, those are bigger on these brake pads. If you try to put them in with your hand, with your bare hand, and trying to push them in, it's gonna be very hard, very challenging. You're not gonna be able to do it. So you're gonna have to press this against one another so you can have enough clearance to put them in. I used channel lock, and now I'm able to just put them in. And I was having all the trouble of the world. Now I can put them in like that. Okay, good, heads up. Okay, now that we're done with this part, we need to install a new sensor. This is the sensor. I tried removing it from the back. The sensor will be installed on the brake pad that is on the inner side, so the one with this thing. This is the sensor. When I tried to remove it with a screwdriver, it just broke. I don't care about it, so I'm gonna have to install the new sensor at the back of this, meaning right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is right now remove that sensor from where it is. You just follow it, and this is the wire. It goes here, and then you have this little cap that you remove. So the one on top will be the sensor, the white one. Okay, let's get our new sensor and then install it. Okay, so this is a new sensor. I bought it from Amazon after doing a little research. I think the brand is A+, but I'll link the description in I'll put the link in the description. So I'm gonna install that right now. So I don't know when the last time was that this was replaced, but everything is brittle, cracks. There's no way for me to move the sensor because every little pieces was breaking. It was breaking, so I don't even know how to remove this. So I might have to go on the internet again and try to find a pigtail connector, and then slice the wire onto the new pigtail connector, and then install the sensor normally. This is a pain. I couldn't think that I would have a problem with this. I've been here trying to remove that thing, and there's no way. As soon as I touch the inside, see, it breaks. It just breaks. That's poorly made, really. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move forward with this. Install the brake pad on the outside, okay? And this is being clamped already. Make sure that this screw don't stay in the way, and then all you have to do from there on is just slide over like that, and then reinstall those X7, and then just tighten everything, and then you should be good. Okay, so the brake pads is installed, new brake pads. Okay, don't forget to put those caps. Okay, and about this, you can do it with your bare hands. Just have gloves and install them the way they're supposed to be. The curved side is on the outside, and press firmly with your fingers on each side, and you'll be able to get this in. There's no special tool needed for that. Now you can lower your block. Okay, reinstall that, understanding that the other side will be the same. Get this tight. Okay, and then see this hole, that's where this side goes. So pull up like this. Okay, once it's done, verify that it's holding on. Do the same for this, and then do the same for that one. Now we're going to install cabin air filter. Matter of fact, if you want to replace the cabin air filter in your BMW, those are the cabin air filter. And you will install this way, then put them like that. And then the last part will be this. The last very important precision, when you install this, make sure it goes under this part, because if you don't do that, this will be properly installed, but in case you have water or you're going to wash your car, water is going to seep through. Okay, so as you install this, make sure that this goes behind this part, and so when you lay down like this, it's going to raise this part, so it can be a tight seal in case of water leak. Now install the last piece. It's just a slide in. Okay, perfect. So now we get install the last screw. T25.